Hey Chico, thank you for all your kind words, and you know, I really want to commend you for taking the extra step and asking for help, because not a lot of people would do that, and it takes a big set of kahunas to go out and ask for someone for advice or a second take on something. And I've been in the exact same position as you, and you were literally the 6 months prior to now version of myself. You know, it. I literally had, the same situation. I was out to my best friend who was a girl, and I was out to my family, all accepting. It was, it's hard. People are like, a little like, whoa, but it's definitely difficult. I'm gonna tell you my experience and try to work it from there. What I did was I had my best friend, who I told and confined with, to come over, and then I invited the guys over, and I sat them down over my house, and we hung out like normal. And at the end of the day, towards the end, before everybody left, we sat them all down, and I had Shivani there for moral support. My parents were there in the other room, nervous as could be. My mom was crying because she was so nervous, because she knew how much these guys meant to me. And so we sat them down, and we told them. We started a conversation. I said, guys, you know how much I love you and how much I think of you like brothers. And no matter what, I would never think of you guys in a different way. And I always have your back, and I always know you guys have mine. But there's something I haven't told you, and there's something I want to tell you, and I hope you still accept me. And then they started trying to guess, when I was talking, and then one of my good best friends, Sean, said, they started guessing, you got a girl pregnant, or, you did this, you did that. And eventually someone said something about a girl, and you like a girl, or something like that we don't like, or like we hate. And then I was like, actually, you were close with girl opposite. And then they all looked at each other, and the one said, you're gay. And he started laughing, like he was kidding around. And I said, yeah. And spontaneously, literally right after, my other friend, Ryan, put his hand up and was like, it's alright, we still love you, we accept you. And literally, it was awkward, it was like a clasping of the hands almost, and everybody did the same thing. It was I don't know how to describe it. I was crying, my mom was listening in the other room, she came in, she was a wreck, and she was crying. And, I was thinking that, it would end up bad. And I was kind of in your situation, thinking the worst, expecting negativity, or expecting negative. Deep down inside me, I knew they would probably accept, but I wasn't quite sure. And it sounds like in your situation, you're in the exact same position that I was. My advice to you is that throughout your video, you said that, you accept yourself, and you are, you're out to, your family, who, is really important. That's a big deal. Congratulations on that. Family is really important, and they are truly the base of everything. They are the base, and, in our age and our stage right now, friends are just as important as family. And in our age, we also confine in other people and want to be accepted, and that tends to hold us back sometimes. And I feel like we should probably try to break that, because eventually, as we get older, we mature out of it. But it's hard, and it does not take away anything. What I suggest is to do what you feel is right. You said you felt ready, and you are ready, and knowing that, you should do it. You owe it to yourself. And like you said before, you felt like you don't have maybe possibly the self-love, but you have respect for yourself. You have self-love. You are brave. You have a lot of courage. You are everything that you think you are and more. And coming out is such a big deal. And coming out to your family and to friends and coming out to your guy friends is just as hard, but it is just as easy as the same. And doing that, you would feel 10 times better. I'm not necessarily saying that you have to come out. That's all entirely up to you. It's different for everybody, and at the right time, at the right place, when you know, just like coming out to your family or coming out to anyone else. It's exactly the same, except that it's a little bit different because it's your guy friends. You have sleepovers, you hang out, and you say deep, dark secrets, and, it's different. And, you have to worry about what they'll think of you or how they'll perceive you or, how, like you said, they'll label you. And 6 months prior to right now, 6 months ago, I was in the exact same position you were. I'm here now, and I've been through all of that, and they don't view me any different. School happens, shit happens, things change. We're not as close as we were, but that was due to life and everything else. But it had nothing to do with me being gay. You should definitely be yourself. And you should never let anyone ever stop you from that. No matter who they are, you should never. I mean, as long as you're not hurting anybody else or hurting yourself, there is nothing wrong with what you're doing or what you say. And you should never be afraid to do anything. And it's so hard coming out, saying the first words to the guys. It's just like, you just have to, it'll come out, and, you'll phrase it in your own way, and, it'll work its way, and you'll find your way. And I have faith in you that you can do it. And, I was going to write this all in 500 characters, but that was not working because I totally see myself in you, and I totally wish you the best. Keep me updated, and I really do wish you the best. And thank you for all your kind words. And if there's something I didn't feel like I didn't answer well enough, or something you would rather me go into depth with, I 100% will. Don't be scared to message me, to anything me, and I wish you the best of luck. And I'm going to sign off, and enjoy the rest of your week, and Zachyipoo out!